Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 25th of March. So looking at the euro dollar first, and technically we saw the euro break through its weekly pivot there, although closed slightly above it last week. But another weekly pivot above at the moment. Will the price will push back up there? We'll see. Fundamentally, obviously, it remains weak. So my bias is really to the short side of this market wherever possible. So really looking for the opportunities to short it further at the moment. Already in a short from last week, but post news. But we'll see how it rolls or runs, as it may be. Could, as I say, could pitch up towards back towards that 50 MA that's sitting up there. I could really move this channel out of the way, but it could move back into that sort of area, back towards that weekly pivot at some point. But opportunities where possible would be good to sell. Now there are potential areas where we're sitting at the moment with the we're just running into the 4-hourly 8. It is a little bit overbought in some time frames, although daily pivot's just above us, and that would be a better area. But it may be a sufficient draw with the weekly pivot there as well. The 50 on the 60-minute, the short-term time frame may just see it push up a little further. Quite simply at the moment, if you were to draw a trend line across the lows there, well, that could be the point of selling if you're looking a bit more conservative. But as I said, with the two levels above, one of those may give the opportunity to, if you're wanting to continue to see the bias to the downside, that could help. Okay, whilst I'm on the subject of the euro, there is some data out this morning, some German IFO business climate data out at 9 AM this morning. That may give a little bit of volatility there. It's been flattish the last couple of months, but forecasts coming at 987. Anything lower would be not particularly good there for the morning. Okay, that's the euro. Let's have a look at the pound. Pound was quite bullish on Friday, ended up up to the upside there. We could yet still see this pushing up further. There's the B word continues, and we'll see what happens here, whether we see a break to the upside. It showed a bit of an oversold signal earlier this morning. Looking at targets where it could run into 4-hourly 50 or push up to 4-hourly 50, etc. It's looking quite solid at the moment, but there is risk, and there is a downside risk occasionally. Fundamentally, it's a strongish currency aside of Brexit, really. But we'll see what happens. So maybe on the upside there, if it breaks the trend across the recent highs there on this 60-minute, it may be seen as a bullish play. But already caught the weekly pivot, daily pivot, ticks out the way. I would prefer to be on the downside of it at the moment, but there we are. Dollar yen. We saw quite a solid sell-off as money went out of risk, became risk averse on Friday there, following data coming out Thursday, Friday. Where to? Well, it has got a weekly pivot above, which could be a draw. That is a difficult one sometimes, the yen, because as soon as risk starts coming off the table, money starts going to safety, and the yen is seen as one of those instruments to put it into. Choppy on the short term here, daily pivot just above, weekly pivot above that, so maybe some upside targets. Fundamentally, the yen remains on the weaker side of things, but as I say, money keeps rolling towards it from a safety point of view, so a bit of a conflict there. Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, weak bearish pivot swing there, sitting into last week. We do have the weekly pivot above, which may just draw it up a little bit further from where it is, but really, as much as it's trying to rally, it's running into problems each time. As I say, the weekly pivot sits up higher, which could just draw a bit further upside. It's just air kissed the daily pivot there at the moment, and well, a break of these lows again for those people that are on the bearish side, it may trigger an opportunity. Canadian dollar, seen some softening again here, and it's really looking like it may eventually run up to those double top, I say double top, back up to those prior highs into the monthly R2. It's again, we've seen weakening in the Canadian position here, and we just every now and again the sharp sell off there. So what once looked like a fundamentally bullish potential has softened quite considerably, and at the moment I'm looking really for further upside on this Canadian dollar. One thing to bear in mind, we do have the weekly pivot below at the moment, and that in itself could become a half decent buy point. Right, okay, that's pretty much it. Any other news then today? German, I've already mentioned, we've got an FOMC speaker's already happened. 9:15, there's the Reserve Bank of Australia Assistant Governor Ellis speaking, and then that's it really. So a quiet day ahead, fundamentally there. So it's all down to the usual suspects. So have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.